Hello my fellow Smit gamers, we are back for some more fun and action. Today we are going to be going through Sonic the Hedgehog, the classic series. Now we're going to be doing this series a little bit differently than we have done in the past. This isn't me playing, by the way, but we're going to do something called a Let's Talk series. And in this series, you guys get to ask me questions. I know that I haven't really introduced myself yet on this channel. I just kind of went straight in with that Taz Escape from Mars. If you haven't checked that video out, check it out. It's actually a pretty good game. But anyway, I'm going to be answering questions that you guys present to me. Just leave it in the comments section, and but if I choose your question, I will feature it in my next video, which would be stage 2 of Sonic, of course. But if not, I will always have gameplay here. I'm about to start it here soon. I just wanted to let you guys know what this was all about before I went head first into this series. So, without further ado, let me get right into it. This is one of my favorite games. 1991. But anyway, so a little bit about me. My name is John, first of all, and my last name is Smith. John Smith. You better believe that, because not a lot of people do. But I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, born and raised. As a matter of fact, my sister grew up like right down the street from where Will Smith actually lived in Philadelphia. And there's the basketball court that was aired in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She's like right around the corner from there. So it's pretty neat to be able to say that. And then on top of that, people have said that I look like Will Smith, and that's I have a lot of similarities. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I think that's pretty neat. So like I said, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm getting a little distracted. That's exactly what I'm doing. But no, I graduated high school in 2008, and so I went off to college. I left Pennsylvania at that point, and I moved on to Virginia, which I currently reside. So I went to college to study graphic design, and I currently have a part-time job doing that, as I hope to further my career in the next few months, years, whatever you want to call it. If I can't get past this part. And now there's a game over already. Doing a terrible job at multitasking here. But anyway, so where was I? Oh, so I'm a graphic artist. So right now I'm working a part-time job, and it is an account marketing / graphic designer. So it's a pretty decent role. Hopefully I'm going to be put full-time. And then from there, I'm planning on going to August. In August, I plan to go to... this is fish, man. Daggone fish. In August, I plan to be moving to San Francisco. And I'm going to be furthering my career right out there. But enough about me. We have a few questions from people that have asked me some things that they want to know about me. So from, let's see, RobertPowellTV. He asked, if I could play one game for the rest of my life, which would you choose and why? Well, this is actually a very difficult question, because as we all know, any one game is going to be very hard to just stick with for the rest of your life. Each game gets boring after a while, no matter how good it is. So, I guess to reiterate the question, or to really answer this question, I would probably have to stick with a fighting game, because to me, fighting games don't really lose their value. Like, I can sit back and I can play Mortal Kombat again, and I can play that thing for hours. It's one of my favorite games coming up, if not my favorite. But that game has a lot of replay value. It depends on the replay value of the game. If it has it, oh my gosh! Anyway, if the game has good replay value, then I will go ahead and play that for the rest of my life. Although, I'd like to see some new content here soon as well. But Moving on, next question from ThroughTheLenseIV has asked me, do you think that the gaming industry is going backwards or forwards, and why? Well, the gaming industry, I believe, is definitely going forwards by far. As we can see, now there's mobile games now where you can play on your iPad, your iPhone, or whatever you need to play on. And I mean, it's pretty intense now. You can pretty much game wherever you want. Whereas before, when I was growing up with just the Sega Genesis, we could only play on a system. So, to answer that question, yeah, the gaming industry is definitely going forward. It's becoming more advanced by the year. Like, I can't even imagine the type of graphics that they're going to have like 10, 15 years from now for these video games. Come on. I hate this part. I gotta concentrate 1 second. Okay. But, yeah, so, the one thing I would say that might be going backwards for this, this genre or these games is a lot of the classic games have, get it, dang it, come on. Whew. A lot of the classic games have stuck with me a little bit more, like the Crash Bandicoots or the Sonics, for instance. They these games were really fun, and they left a spot in somebody's heart. Now, for instance, Gears of War. I mean, I thought that was a fun game as well, but I don't see myself playing that again over and over. Because, I mean, it got old after a while. For some reason, these types of games stuck with me. Come on, get the Jaguar Gem. Yeah, so that pretty much answers that question. Number 3, who we got? Amberly Cull, I believe that's how you say the name. Amberly Cull has asked me, what is your favorite racing game? And the answer to that is none. I do not play racing games. But if I had to choose one, back when I was a kid, I used to play Need for Speed on a PC. And I remember that game being a lot of fun. Being chased by the cops, doing bad things in cars, and it got pretty intense at times, I remember. But currently, I mean, I have really had no desire to play games like Forza or any of those other car games. Well, actually, I guess I could say Crash Team Racing. I don't know if you guys have played that one for PlayStation 1, but Crash Team Racing is actually probably one of my favorite ones. Talking of racing games, it's not actually much of a realistic racing game, but still pretty fun. So I recommend you try that one out. Maybe I'll do a Let's Play of that one of these days. So, next question. What game gave you the greatest sense of accomplishment when you beat it? And that was asked by Riddikore. That might fall into the category of Mortal Kombat. Come on, man, those stupid bouncy things. Mortal Kombat has probably the hardest difficulty that I know a game could have. The fights are just so mechanical, and I just know that it gave me so much frustration growing up as a kid, because I mean, the AI in that game is just ridiculous. If you just step back once, the computer steps forward once. If you just step forward once, the computer steps back once. You'll know what I mean, because I think I'm gonna mesh these games together that I'm doing, the Let's Talk and Let's Plays, and I'm just gonna do both of them. So I'm gonna play probably Mortal Kombat Trilogy or one of those. Stars. But yeah, that would say that's that's probably my most memorable game. Or I'm so distracted, guys. But anyway, I beat Dr. Robotnik, and the game that gave me the greatest sense of accomplishment is that, because it was so difficult. But anyway, that is all the questions that I do have for today, and I know I'm just going to beat this first stage. I'm going to move on to the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and leave some comments for me. It would really help me out. And if you want to have your question posted, let me know in the comments. See you next time.